A scatter plot is a graph we can use when we have two quantitative variables. So in this example, we are looking at the Hollywood movies data set and the two variables budget and world gross, where budget is the production budget in millions of dollars and world gross is the gross income for all viewers worldwide, also in millions of dollars. So in a scatter plot, we want to have the explanatory variable down along the horizontal axis and the response variable along the vertical axis. Now in this case, we are told we want to investigate how well the production budget predicts gross income, which means that our explanatory variable is budget. And our response variable is world gross. So one of the things that we do when we look at a scatter plot is we describe the relationship. We would say that it has a positive association if when the explanatory variable increases, the response variable tends to increase. And we often use an x and a y to describe the explanatory and response variables. So a positive association would look something like this. A bunch of dots not following a really strict pattern, but a tendency to increase together, and maybe you could draw a little bit of a line to describe the trend. A negative association would look like this. We have our explanatory variable x and our response variable y, and as x increases, y tends to decrease, so we get something that as we read from left to right, looks like it's following an approximately decreasing pattern. Looking up here now, again at our world gross versus budget, we could describe that pattern if we were to draw in a line. This line seems to describe the trend pretty well, so we would say that that has a positive association. As the budget increases, the gross income tends to also increase. This is not too surprising because people probably wouldn't put lots and lots of money into making a movie if they didn't expect it to bring in a lot more money in return. Of course, we can also see some exceptions to that, and we'll get into that when we look at this same graph in StatKey, but we can identify a few here where maybe we're looking at a particularly high budget with not a very high gross income over here, and we can see a few points over here where the budget was very small, but the gross income was still reasonably high. It was a little bit on the higher end compared to these other films.